Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're making our way through Will's challenge to try and find Ansur the dragon. And we are in the Wormway. We've accomplished 3 of 4 trials where we've proven ourselves to be heroes of justice. On to the last one, which seems to be related to chess as I'm
Let's see what this does.
reading that statue.
Very well.
Okay. Speaking of chess, yes. You make a path for us, please. Should I be wrecking these attuned crystals? Probably not, but we haven't had a need for them in the past.
Queen. Is this Lance board?
We do have another journal, journal number 3, so we've just missed journal 1. Baldur and Umglir are gone. Our hubris is evident. Elementals took us by surprise. There are still 3 of us for now. Well, whoever has died on these trials, you guys were not ready for this, clearly. I do like the views they've got here. These giant white crystals. Attuned crystals, as it were. It's a good look. Anyway, Balduran, what's up?
Prove your strategic wits. There is but one rule. The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. Are you a commander of armies, or a shivering pawn? Fodder for cleverer minds.
I'm afraid I have little experience with lance board, let alone the command of soldiers.
Okay. We have 2 turns. I'm going to toss down a save in case I screw it up. 2 turns to make the Dark King fall. Do we interact with these at all? No. So I don't know the deal of those. So we're white. I don't even know which direction. Are we heading that way? Because that's important of what direction pawns can move. Is knowing which side of the board you're on. I mean, the knight is facing this way, so you would assume that we're moving that way. Assuming that's correct. Could move the rook over to get the king in check, but the bishop would kill us. I could move the queen to here, which would get them in check. Our rook would be protected by the queen, but their queen would just take our queen. I'm assuming the knight is important. I'm not by any means an expert on chess. If we are moving that way, I could just step the pawn forward and get another queen. And that feels like a powerful strategy, but a queen all the way there, how useful is it going to be for taking out their king in 2 turns? I have no idea. They just have a lot of pieces where it's like if I moved my queen here, I could get him in check. But then they have two options to just kill my queen. Two turns. And a lot of this is based on the assumption of we are moving that direction, which seems weird that we'd have our king all the way on that side if that's the direction we're going. Because if we were going this way, which then our rook is, or our knight is facing pointed backwards, which is not how I would normally set up a board, but then we could at least attack their pawn. Which would be something. Like if I attacked the rook here, assuming we're going that way, kill their bishop. King can't take it because it's protected by the queen. So their queen could take it. But then I could take their queen, and I think it would be checkmate. Possibly. If their queen didn't take it, then I could move my pawn here. It would be protected by queen and rook. I'm going to assume that we're going this way. I don't know what the point of the knight is. It doesn't seem like there's anything really useful I can do with the knight. But I've already put down a save. I'm going to put down another one just because I'm unsure. But let's move you. Okay, so can I undo? Yes. Then I can see where things can move. And it's not chess rules where when you touch it. Okay, so we are going forward because I can attack diagonally to there. Good stuff. Then I'm going to try this. So we go there, we attack the bishop. See what that does. Wait. The Black King still stands again. Don't I get two moves?
The Dark King must fall in 2 moves. A leader succeeds. A pretender fails.
I had 1 move. Unless they're saying that I have to kill it after my own turn? Because it's my move and then they move and that's our 2 moves? That can't be. But I only moved 1 thing. I'm gonna try it again. Just because I clicked a few things, maybe something got screwed up. But if I say a rook takes out their bishop.
Once more, let the next chance be your last.
Huh. I don't think... If I'm only getting 1 action, and not 2 like he told me, I could move pawn here. Does that help me in any way? It is protected by the queen. But their queen would just take it. I could move my queen there. It's protected by the pawn. But same thing. I'm gonna go with the queen. See what happens.
The Black King endures. You are lesser than pawn, lower than grub. In a battle of wits, you are fated to fail.
Alright, we're reloading that. I don't understand what the rules are that they're trying to say. That Black King must fall in 2 turns, but I get a single turn and then he yells at me. But attacking with the rook was apparently not right. And attacking with the queen is apparently not right. And it's not just getting him in check. Somehow I have to kill the king right now? I mean, do I just not play the game? Shocking grasp on the king?
What do I have to lose?
Black King has fallen. May you always crush the wicked, be they pawn, knight, or monarch. Proceed. So the only winning move was not to play the game. Okay, sure. I
I'll catch a break.
find that to be a really awkward challenge. But okay. I mean, maybe there was a move that I didn't recognize that would have made it. I don't know what the 2 moves he was talking about were when he didn't actually give me the 2 moves. Wondering if our other journal is back here. The one I missed. Shouldn't keep focusing on that, but I'm going to. So I want to read these other adventurers' attempts. Oh. Did I read you? Worm's Lair, incredible. The legends were true and we've marked our place among them. We'll prove our worth with unrusted swords and meet the dragon. The good dragon, or so we pray. Gods bless our endeavors. Cool. We are now ready to go talk to Ansur, because we've proven our worth. But the idea of proving our justice by cheating at the board game feels wrong. But so be it. Journal updated, the Worm Way. Another Balduran statue.
With courage does the hero march. Fettered by the taxing chains of fear, a stalwart soul must ever persevere. With insight does the hero choose. Guidance born of ancient wisdom proven. Peace, not strife, the undenied conclusion. With justice does the hero rule. Lead not the guiltless lamb to bloody slaughter, nor cleanse the lion's sins in sacred water. With strategy does the hero scheme. A cunning mind, 100 steps ahead, your allies close, your rivals stunned in dread. Worthy you are found. Go forth, hero, seize your fate, and rise, great worm, heart of the gate.
Okay. We've made it through his challenges. Let's go find Ansur.
Hells.
Oh.
Worm is nothing but bone and memories.
That's less good. What are the chances that there's a dragon's nest with the offspring sitting around? That we can just have a different dragon. 600 health. I'm glad we don't have to fight you. I hope we don't have to fight you. If you just wake up as a necromantic dragon, that'd be bad news. Level 17 dragon.
What's in here?
Ansur, the heart of the gate. You're looking pretty dead. Maybe illusion? Are you healing or are you undead? Looking pretty undead to me.
The dragon's spirit floods your mind and memory in a great torrent of power. He is with you. He is within you. He is you. Disbelief and resentment rise within you, only to be stopped at your mouth. The worm has claimed you and speaks through you.
I am Ansur, heart of the gate, butchered in flesh, risen in spirit.
Fight back the words that aren't yours. Search your mind for what possesses it, or try to scream. Let's search our mind. There's some magic going on here and I don't want to just stop it. Search our mind for what possesses it.
Ansur wends his way through your mind like an unstoppable river. Your body is unmoving, yet thought flows effortlessly between you. The spirit pauses, and you feel the astral prism stir. Ansur senses the Emperor's presence within it.
Answer me, Facey. Why have you come?
I don't know that word. Facey. I'm beginning to ask myself the same question. I mean you no harm, just let me go. Never shy away from a challenge. Thought the trials would lead to treasure. Facey, Dragonborn, I conquered your trials, Great Worm. I am no coward. Well, I'm definitely going to use that option.
A deep sigh resonates within you. The torrent stills, only disturbed by the dragon's next words.
Brack, my words aren't meant for you. They're meant for him.
The Emperor stirs in the astral prism, then in you. Calm, curious, and detached.
Balduran, your presence has stirred me, as it ever did. I am awakened.
Ansur, it's been too long.
Balduran? No, I don't believe it.
Hang on. Let me look at this dialogue. The dragon Ansur is referring to the Emperor as Balduran? So in his human form, when he was still human, was he Balduran? Or are we thinking that Balduran was sort of an illusion because the Emperor hid amongst the people for a while? I think what they're implying is that Balduran was the human form. Then after leaving Baldur's Gate, got turned into a mind flayer, came back with the goal to rule over Baldur's Gate and did so from the shadows by infecting or mind controlling the Duke. Assuming that the dragon knows what it's talking about, which it probably does, and that the Emperor is Balduran. He called you Balduran?
A name I once answered to. A name I did not expect to hear again. Least of all from the mouth of an old friend. Friend. Yes. And more. Until you killed me. Have you come to dance on my bones, Balduran? Was slaying me not satisfaction enough? Satisfaction? No. You left me no choice. You had every choice. You were becoming illithid. I offered you merciful death. You chose to fight. And now you bring your thrall before me. How far has the great Balduran fallen?
Very interesting. That, I guess, explains why the Emperor told us not to bother coming here. He didn't want us to run into this. Thrall, I'm no thrall. Answer the question, Mind Flayer. You owe it to both of us. This is tiresome. I passed your trials, dragon. I deserve a reward. Touch me reunion now. How about letting me go? So I definitely don't think I'm a thrall, but also, how can I be certain that my mind is my own? Because that's the big question. We're not being controlled by the Absolute, but we do have a Mind Flayer parasite, and we just have to take the Emperor's word that what we think we're doing is by our own choice and not by his will. Though we've done enough things against his will that it seems pretty obvious that we do have free will. Thrall, I'm no thrall.
Stillness. Ansur's consciousness hovers just above yours, searching, seeing.
Dear Ansur, enough! I gave you everything, Balduran. And you repaid me in slaughter. It is time I return the favor. I am the heart of the gate. I am the one who roars. Let my bones rise and the storms gather. Witness Balduran. The final tempest has come. This time, you will not escape it.
Any chance that we could, I don't know, not fight? Because we have a army approaching? And it'd be really good to have you help with that. We can fight later. No? Alright, you're immune to lightning. That's bad news for me. Immune to poison, resistance to necromancy. You have legendary resistance. And legendary actions. Great Drake will use its lightning breath on the next creature that attacks it. Good. Good. All incoming damage is reduced by 4. Fantastic. Mutable form. Spells that alter someone's form have no effect, so we can't polymorph it. That's fine. Dragon can retaliate against an attacker with its breath weapon once per round. Good. Very good. This is gonna be fun. Advantage on saving throws against spells, opportunity attack, and turn resistance. I mean, at least its dex save is +6. It's gonna say low, but no. It's got a +6 to its dex. AC is only 19. Could be worse. 600 health. Yeah. What the heck do we do about this? I could use Vicious Mockery to potentially give it disadvantage. It's a wisdom save. It's probably going to pass. But it would be funny to mock it. So you don't have any weaknesses. We could, arguably, have Shadowheart create water on it. That would give us a few turns of having a cold weakness, which Will and Varric could exploit. Let's do Armor of Agathis. Bunch of temporary hit points, but also cold damage, and I think my hope is to abuse cold damage. Both of these guys are wet, wherever they're at. I don't even see them. Where are you? Way over there. And you're not even in the battlefield. I don't think we need to bother with them.
Victor's path.
Or I could just Eldritch Blast. Get a few easy shots in. If you try and walk away, it's an attack of opportunity, which I'm not thrilled by. Let's Hex just as a thing to do. There you go. An Eldritch Blast to get a bit of extra damage. And if we're lucky, we'll knock it away because it'd be funny. Did you miss with all of them? Did you... Yeah, you missed with all of them. How? You rolled 2 3s and a 1. On a 75% chance to hit. Amazing. I don't want you to take the attack of opportunity, so sit there. Fantastic. Needs 20 to hit. They rolled a 21. We could shield. Alright, us. Yeah, so Shadowheart hasn't gotten to cast water yet. You are no longer considered wet, even though you were just in there, so we no longer have our... Did you disarm me? Hello? Do I have to waste a turn re-equipping myself because the cutscene disarmed me? Awesome. I mean, how critical are you? Lightning charges give me bonuses to accuracy. How accurate am I? 81? Ugh. Could do that really well, except you're immune. And I can get through resistance, but not immunity. And you're resistant to necromancy. Yeah, I can't even get around to a better angle. Do something like Cone of Cold and hit. Oh, never mind. I can hit both because the dragon's just a huge area. Neither of you are weak to cold, but at least it's a thing I could do. Or fireball. 8d8 or 8d6. This is only a 3rd level. And that looks like it thinks it's hitting both. And you're not... Neither of you have resistances to it? Well, maybe I'll just drop a fireball. Lightning Breath on Lae'zel. Needs a 19 to save. They rolled a 5. Indomitable gives you a second roll. Sure, I don't really want her to be hit for 12d6 lightning damage if I can help it. Ow. Will nearly died. In one attack. And I did 7 damage? What? Hit for 7 damage. How do you fight this thing? Right, it made it save. Because it gets advantage on saving throws. Good, good, good. Everything's going great. Huh. I have no idea how we even begin to fight this. I mean, its AC is relatively low-ish compared to some of the bosses we fought, so... Though I do wish we had Astarion here. Can't reach destination. Why? No, seriously, why can you not reach the destination? If I moved you here, you can't reach Ansur to attack him? No, you totally can. Let's try and waste his legendary resistances. I don't know if we're actually... No, he's just rolling too well. Hasn't had to actually use its legendary resistances yet. Action Surge. Another menacing attack. I don't suppose... No. Didn't use a single legendary resistance on that. Fantastic. And then second wind. Oh boy. Problem with create water is if I hit any of us, we'll be weak to lightning, and that I definitely don't want. But giving you a weakness to cold would be fantastic. It'd be nice if I could hit this guy as well. Yeah. Immune to wet. Of course you're immune to wet. Why would you not be? I mean, at least it didn't put out the burning, but seriously? Immune to wet. Water doesn't affect him. Ow.
Time's running out.
Okay. Will is nearly dead.
Fading fast.
So let's toss one of our best healing potions to him. That's something. How far does this shove? I can probably shove you off of a cliff, maybe. Why is your movement so terrible? That says nothing about... reducing your movement. You can't jump because you used your bonus action on a potion. Eldritch Blast from here isn't going to do it. Oh, was he knocked prone? Is that the situation? Everyone got knocked prone. Fantastic. I don't know. This fight is absurd. Take an attack of opportunity, but he just can't handle that. But I'd love to get to an angle where I could shove you off of a cliff. And this isn't going to do it. Although if I hit you 3 times, maybe it would get far enough to knock you off. If I was on that side, I might be able to knock this guy off of a cliff as well. But I just can't get over there. But ultimately, I kind of want you guys out of my way. If I just have to face the dragon alone, I'll feel a little better. Yeah, let's just shoot you 3 times. And hope for the best. Nah. Okay. Well, I tried. Wow, misses and critical misses on me while prone. That's far kinder than this fight has been thus far. Now you are wet, so you do take extra damage from shock and cold. I don't know how you make a water myrmidon wet, but it is what it is. So I'll do double damage to you. Normally it does about 30-ish. So that means this will do about 60 damage. Yes, I will take resistance. Well, I already have resistance to electricity. And it doesn't stack. I think I have a resistance to electricity. Probably. Maybe I don't. Do I want to crit it as well? That'll take the 60 up to about 120-ish. And just get this guy out of the fight immediately. No. Just can't really justify wasting that on small fry. I could get a second cantrip this turn. And I think I will do that. Still alive with 8 hit points left. Not great. Let's spread out, because I don't want us all grouped together to get wrecked by the dragon. Can't drink a potion, because I don't have a bonus action. For some reason. Alright, Lae'zel. Can you finish this guy off for me? Thank you. We're just gonna take these guys out, and then we'll figure out what to do about the dragon. And potions for you. You don't have a lot of great options, but drink that, it's fine. Shadow Heart's up. probably need you to do some bigger heals on the group. Revivify brings someone back at 1 hit point. So worthless. Yeah, I think mass cure wounds on everyone. That gets us back into the fight a little bit. I doubt what the dragon's doing counts as a projectile, but maybe it does. What these guys do does count as projectiles, possibly. So let's use this thing I never use and see if it helps me at all. So you've got your protective shell on you. Alright, dragon. Even spreading out, it was not sufficient. And of course, shoves us around, knocks us prone, etc. Not actually knocked prone. Let's get out of the lightning. Alright, you're still burning. What can I even do here? Maybe summon some ghouls just to deal with something else. Disintegrate? It's a dex save. 50 to 100 damage. So, on a save, which it'll probably make, because it's got a +6, though my saves are fairly high, it'll do half damage, so 25 to 50, which is still not nothing. 30%. Okay, sure. So we have a 30% chance of hitting with anything. Your saves are too high, man. They're way too high. And I'm all about electricity. And you're straight up immune. And there's nothing I can do about that. Part of me is thinking summon the 4 ghouls. Just more targets for it to attack. And more creatures to wail on it. Any of these that matter? I don't think so. Cast this upon shadow and undead creatures to entangle them. The entangled surface can affect any creatures who move through it. I could try and entangle you. 100%. I mean, you're undead. I don't know how much this is going to help, but it's a thing. You are now entangled, which means it won't be able to just keep flying around. Maybe that'll help. And then I'll move behind so that we're not all grouped together. I don't know. Alright, Will, you are still not in a great position to be able to launch him off of a cliff. Do I have you just Eldritch Blast the dragon? Flight doesn't matter. And you have 2 more spell slots. I could hit with some bigger things. Shatter's pretty good. Fire Shield doesn't matter. Conjure Elemental. Elementals were pretty powerful, what we saw. We just tried Water Elemental that one time. Not gonna bother with air. But the rest all are probably fine. Yeah, summon me a Water Elemental. Our Water Elemental is gonna be weak to electricity. Maybe Earth. Right? Difficult terrain. Do you have to move in order to cast it? Wouldn't think so. No. Alright. Earth Elemental. I don't think you need another potion quite yet. But I do want you to step away from... Helm heals you 2 hit points at the beginning of every turn. You have +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. You can't be stunned. And attackers can't land critical hits on the wearer. I'm wondering if... Because they did show this as the fight was starting, if this is important. If we put this on or something, does it change the fight in some way? I don't think moving Lae'zel out of the fight is worth the time. But we could get Shadowheart over there. I think she can wear... Can she wear medium? Maybe not. Is Lae'zel the only one who can wear medium armor? I mean, technically anyone could put it on. I don't know. How long does this last? Yeah, become resistant to electricity, please. Seems like a wise choice. Yeah, that's gonna be helpful. I want you away from cliff edges. If possible. Yeah, something like that. You missed, but still knocked Shadowheart prone. Fantastic. Yeah, Lae'zel, I need you to just keep wailing. I mean, taking out the Myrmidon would be nice, but 96% to hit the dragon? Please. Do.
Let my name
Ow. What was Crystal Skin? Shadowheart received Crystal Skin. Resistant to all elemental damage. Not sure why you got that, but cool. I think Lacerate would work on it. Might as well try. Saved against the Lacerate. Not surprising. You need a potion.
No holding back.
Let's send those to Lae'zel.
time to strike.
I was hopeful that the dragon we found here would help us in our fight against the Absolute. This is not going according to plan. Alright, Shadowheart. Do I try and get you to the helmet? could do more mass cure wounds, which, given the levels of injuries, does feel necessary, but we can only do it so many more times before this fight is over. But alright. Heal Will, yourself, the Earth Elemental, Lae'zel. Varric is too far. Well, that's a problem. But still probably worth it.
Take two.
And then try and get down here. Best you can. No? You're just gonna not be able to jump now? Okay. Not sure why the jump failed, but it is what it is. Yeah, absorb that, please. If you can in some way reduce... you're entangled, by the way. In case you weren't aware. Let's see about Eldritch Blast. None of them knocked it back. That is a shame. We have you take the attack of opportunity just to get out of here. Yes. Good miss. Perfect. Can you make it to the helmet? No. Next turn. That's not how we end turns.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Okay. I mean, we've knocked off 170 health. That's not nothing. Yep. Let's just pull back a touch.
Slow down.
What do we do with you, Lae'zel? That'd be your action. I don't want to waste your action on that. Hopefully you don't just disappear your jump like Shadowheart did. Okay, can you run up? Yes. Only 80% now, not the 98 you had before. It's a bit of a shame. Ow. Wish you couldn't do that every turn. Just saying. Do we attempt a Soulbreaker? Why not? And then one more normal hit. And potion-wise, nope, you're out of bonus actions. You're probably gonna die. Alright, what can you do to help out here? Terrible deck save. Well, not terrible, not good. Just try and hit him. Nope. Good stuff. Yep. It is what it is. Let's just pull back a little bit. Back to the dragon's turn. Oh. Did it take out one of my ghouls already? Well, at least you should be able to get in there. So we've got Seismic Strike. Bring down your arms like stone slabs, smashing nearby creatures, pushing them back 10 feet and making them wobble on trembling legs. With a dex save. Or multi-attack. So one big hit that's gonna fail on the save because it's stupidly overpowered. So we'll go with multi-attack. 55% isn't great. You hit once for 7. And your multi-attack is only 2 swings, not 3 like the water elemental. That is a shame. But okay. Yeah, pick up the helmet. Perfect. Do we just run? I mean, there's an idea. We can just use the door. Otherwise, I can take an action to try and put this on. But you're not proficient. It would just be for the hope that it would somehow affect the fight. And I don't think it would. I'm going to keep pushing on, see if we can pull off a win, but if we have to redo this fight, maybe I'll just rush through, grab the helmet, and leave. Let the dragon rage on its own. Alright, ghouls. Help out as you can. You did literally nothing? I wasted a spell slot and an action to summon you guys. One of you died already. One decided to just stand there doing nothing, and the other two just move forward. Amazing. %30 is so bad. But it's the same regardless. All saves are 30%. And I have no way to help with that. And the fact that Entangle didn't seem to actually hinder you at all. It's another wasted turn. At least you're not healing, so I don't need to try and bone chill you. We are slowly working our way down through you. But sure, Disintegrate. It'll do half damage. It's still a hefty chunk of damage.
Take me on.
I just have to hope that we do succeed. We did not. You took 0 damage on a save? That's not how that works. It's supposed to be half damage. I guess it doesn't say that. Well, that was another wasted spell slot. Awesome. We're good at wasting spells. And accomplishing nothing. Alright, Lae'zel, can you get over here? Not quite.
I will not know failure.
If we win, it's because Lae'zel alone Save the day. Well, she's dying. That's not ideal for saving the day. And the ghoul runs up and does nothing. I guess he has to dash. So, ghouls don't work because the dragon keeps hopping back and forth. I'm guessing that's our big problem. Let's see how close... Okay, you are within range. Varric isn't. Will. Okay, we got a good bit of overlap. So if I move a bit farther this way... I can still get Will. I can get Varric now. And I can get Lae'zel. So you, us, Will, and Varric. All of you heal. So Lae'zel is now up. For what little that's worth. Signet at 23 hit points. And we are now out of mass cure wounds. That reaction, every time it takes a hit, a big area attack lightning bolt is just brutal. Then I guess let's pull you back. And it's the dragon's turn already. Goodbye, Lae'zel.
The waiting storm is arisen.
I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's bad news. Ansur is gathering energy while airborne and is resistant to all damage. Good. Very good. I mean, I might as well have you stick around and attack. No reason not to. Not dead still. Alright. And then you get out of here. To the best of your ability.
Two steps at a time. Survival is all that matters.
Yeah, I don't know if survival's gonna happen. Let's go with a dash. And then a fly. See how far you can make it. You can make it that far. Sure. That's fine. Walk, it's definitely the fastest way to travel. Hopefully you're not blocking the path too much. You are focused on Will. Immune to prone. Awesome. Lae'zel, you first of all desperately need potions. I don't remember who has the potions at this point. You do, actually. Supreme Healing. Drink one of those. Then... Oh, you don't have an action? I guess you were killed. I mean, I'd like to get you that way, but that looks like you're still within the vortex of the storm. At least here you can get farther outside of it. Well, I don't know if it matters, given that there's still, like, lightning effects back that way. I think if we're in here, we're dead. At least that's what it's looking like. Cool, go for it. It's all on you, man. Hey, he finally made an attack. Those ghouls I summoned were not completely useless. They were totally useless. Let's dash with you. Start with a jump. Just to get a bit more distance. Then a dash. You can make it out of the door. Ow. Didn't really notice you there, but that's fine. Go through there. Okay. Lae'zel's dropped. The rest of us, I think, took the hit. Shadowheart didn't. So where does that put us now? Alright, go back to Ansur's lair now. You can rejoin combat. What do the rest of us do? Ideally, I'd like to get Lae'zel back up. But we need to do some big heals to even be worth it. Target's too far. I still don't know why you can't walk. Storm of Vicious Lightning is soon to erupt, striking all standing in the open. Sure. It hit us. I wouldn't consider us in the open. I mean, we could run. Leave Lae'zel dying there. Yeah. I should have had you walk through. Because we can go heal up with Withers. And then come back and keep fighting Ansur. Maybe. He might heal overnight as well. Which would suck. I think we're gonna get all of our injured people out of there. Varric, can you do anything from here? No, it's all too far. You don't have any healing. Though you are more resistant to lightning.
Have to keep
Having
going.
and you have a decent amount of health. Ow. And now Ansur's turn. Okay, that's certainly something. But if that's all he's doing is he's just spent his turn summoning lightning that I can just walk outside of. Seems like a great deal to me. There. Theoretically, it looks like I'm outside the range. Let's just keep chucking fireballs. It's not gonna last too long. Right, you get to retaliate every single attack I make. What can you do? Don't really want you inside of that. That's the exact range you can walk. I walked you a little bit forward. Could you healing word Lae'zel? Yes. It costs a single first level spell, and then Lae'zel can move forward. Lae'zel? No, she can't go this turn. Awesome. There, you're behind a wall, surely, and under this. Surely that counts as being in cover. Alright, what are you gonna do, Ansur? Come on. How much movement is that? That's 26 feet. I can move 40. If I use my action to help her up, because the problem is I can't wait for Shadowheart because she's on a different initiative, even though we're all together. So by the time Shadowheart casts a spell to heal her, she's already going to die. Because she can't move out of the range of this.
Not how I wanted you to
So
open.
I've got to help her.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
And then run. And drink a healing potion. And then Lae'zel, you just need to bail. Misty Step. Over to here. So yeah, he's getting lightning even here while she's undercover and tucked behind a wall.
Consider me intrigued.
Okay, you're out of there. Nothing more I can do with you.
Better get to it.
We're just bailing on this fight. I'll decide later if I want to actually come back and try and take on Ansur, but that fight is absurd. Ansur gained Gathering Power. That's probably a bad thing. That wasn't the case. Okay. Run. Or better yet, fly. Okay. We survived. For various definitions of survived. That fight was stupid. But yeah, we're gonna leave here. Go heal. And then maybe come back and see if his health is restored. One benefit is that I can go into the fight with my staff equipped. Yeah, but I'm gonna put an end to the episode here. And I don't know, I'll figure out what I want to do about Ansur later. We got Balduran's helmet. Surely that's a thing. I don't know. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.